If you're in the Los Angeles area, do yourself a favor and get booked with LTE Studios today. You can use it for podcasting, hosting, cooking, take your videos, take everything to the next level using LTE. Hosted by our very own Dion Lack and Twiller Amin Twills. Get online now, email them, step up your game with LTE Studios.
What do you think is a more of an impact? Death in the first act or at the end? Like, you know, we talking about a Mufasa death?
No.
Or are we talking like you find out like My Girl, where remember when Macaulay Culkin got killed?
Yeah, a death at the end sucks because we just spent so much time with each other.
Yeah.
Are these not? Oh, these are extra.
Yeah, that's mine.
I got you. Mm-hmm. To have to be with a whole character all the way, and then finally you lose them in the end, you're like, dog.
Yeah.
We were almost there. Whatever was going on, we were almost at the end.
Yeah.
So to lose somebody at the very end is like, it's trash, yo.
What's his name? His name was Sammy J or something like that. What's his name? Something J.
For My Girl?
Yeah, something J.
Okay. All right, so I'm wearing my championship dad hat that Moyo got for the squad and Dion. However, I left Dion's in the car.
Recording?
Yeah, I pushed record a while ago.
Oh, well, we are recording? Mm-hmm. I got to put my lace front on. I got to put my hair on. Hair on is crazy. Hair on.
That dude's hat really is a lace front. We was like, hold on, man, put this wig on real quick.
Hair on.
I hate that women named it hat fishing. That's crazy.
Well, let's talk about this. We need to get to a place where men are acceptable with having additions to their unit, their body, their person. Having a hat, having a beard. Well, that's different. Having a hat, you know, is like eyelashes, you know.
The audacity of women.
Right.
To talk about hat fishing after all the makeup and hair and I've seen women with suction cups on their boobs with a little padding. It's ridiculous. On the butt, little padding. Paddington Bear.
Yo, Jinx. You hear me in ears? Yeah. I hear you good?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, sweet.
You hear me?
Yeah.
You
Well, I ain't got my earphones in
Yeah,
yet.
no.
Paddington Bear.
I thought this was my water.
Oh.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
God.
I would do it.
Oh, I was trying not to.
Yeah. That's my coffee over there. I ain't gonna get that.
Man, I was not ready.
Yeah, it's nothing like thinking that you're gonna drink some water and it's Sprite. It's something.
Yeah, you just feel attacked.
I don't think I'm on. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, why is that the noise of choice?
Because my mic could be your mic.
You could do anything though. What happened to the good old? Yeah, it was way better than the ashy ass hands could just be.
You don't like wet vagina?
I don't like it in my ear making noise.
Oh, brother, you don't know. You ain't living.
I'm not over there like, ooh. Let me think. I'm trying to think whose death was huge in the end of somebody.
Let's find a mid first act death that was bigger than the end death.
I mean, Mufasa was.
Mufasa, yeah, that trumps everything.
That's major. Oh, you know what also was big? And Up. All these kid cartoons. When the wife died in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah. No lines. It was a montage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They lived the whole life and she died and the movie started. It's like, dang.
Yeah. Welcome to the jungle, baby.
Yikes.
I think any Disney movie, everybody's parents died.
Bro, I was just talking about this. The most tragic movies are Disney movies, bro.
Yeah.
Any kind of anime. There's few movies like like Incredibles isn't tragic, but most of them are just. Even Finding Nemo, his mom dies protecting him from a shark or something like that.
Yeah.
And all he hurts is a fin somehow.
Yeah. That's funny.
They're horrible.
Oh yeah. DB said The Boys. That opening scene with this girl getting explodes from the,
that was.
what's the
But
name?
we didn't know
Night
her
Train?
yet.
Yeah, we had a relationship.
when I get to know a character,
Yeah.
and then I'm like I remember Saving Private Ryan, where like you just keep getting to know these. I remember Vin Diesel's character died. He was passing his letter on, and they said, I was like, dang, dog.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, man, you almost made it.
Yeah. I hate the fakeaways too. They'd be like, I can't think of a movie right now, but you think that person's going to die, and then you see them at the funeral, all the main characters at the funeral, and that one person you thought was going to die walks up like,
Oh yeah.
you're like, why? Why'd y'all do this to me?
So who's dead?
Or they do like a fake wedding. Like, it'd be like, one that came off the top of my head was, you thought Morris Chestnut and Gabrielle Union was going to get married, but then the parents ended up getting remarried. It was like, oh, y'all move quick.
Yeah, man. I think like I'm still on this the animation movies being Bambi's mom. You go way back. Cinderella was abused, right? She had the mental and verbal abuse going.
Yeah.
She lived in like the basement or something like that.
Mm-hmm. We should do, not we, but they should do the thriller version of all these Disney movies. Make it very gritty.
Just very dark.
Like you can change all these movies to something like a horror movie.
Yeah.
Of like the seven dwarves could be like little sex addicts.
Okay. That's just already.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you ever had 7 men?
Okay,
we already calling you a hoe. Hi ho. Hi ho.
They've made a lot of movies like that. They're just all X-rated.
Okay.
There's a bunch of
You know what I'm saying? We got to see how they chopped up Bambi's mom and had it
hanging in the upside down, bleeding out, and
what's it called? Veal?
Venison.
Yeah, venison. Yeah, let's have
baby cow's veal.
Like, okay, we got it, y'all. We know that Bambi's mom is no longer alive. Nah, we got to all the way through. We got to show how we make sandwiches. Yep, stump the yard.
What? Oh, the can. What about Hardball? Was it Hardball?
Yeah, let's do it for kid. No, what's the name? Let's do it for.
Which one was Little Saint?
Little Saint, that's what it was. No, Little Saint was You Got Served.
You Got Served.
Yeah,
man, I mean,
You Got Served.
All these deaths up.
Yeah.
That's when they started dancing in the rain.
No,
that wasn't it.
Look, it's funny going back to watch You Got Served. It wasn't that bad. The story, the acting was bad.
Who was the one white dude they were supposed to be scared of? I was like, who's this
He
kid?
wasn't so here's a great. The reason why I love You Got Served is because it came down to money, and they paid one of the crew members to say, hey, what moves are they going to do? And it was Romeo. Mm-hmm. And then they said, let's challenge them. They obviously said, let's go double to nothing. And then they showed up to the dance, and they knew all the moves. which is you can't call an audible. It's like we know they doing our routine, and you see Romeo doing the thing like, and they said then we're gonna reverse and do our own thing. And like, what else you got? Oh, I know you're gonna do this. They was like, we don't know what to do now. Let's freestyle. They was like, nah, that sequel ain't gonna work. So they had put all their money into that.
How do you remember this? This movie is.
I love this movie. So okay, secondly, this
movie's like 25 years old.
It is.
I don't remember any of this.
So yeah, anytime you're doing a movie, you got to show how incredible they are in the first act, right?
The opening scene I remember was fire.
Fire.
Mm-hmm.
Fire. Got to show how incredible the main characters are, and their chemistry and their relationship. And then you start to see around the second act the antagonist, the kind of like antagonizing the protagonist or whatever. And then they shows like, oh, they whack, they weak, they blah blah blah. and they was like, let's just get this last chunk of money, and we can. I don't know if they needed the money for like getting their mom, medical bills or whatever. They needed another chunk of money. Like, this should be easy work, but these little white boys is trash. And I can't think of Romeo's name. Let's just call him Romeo. And he was like, "Where's Romeo at? He should be here by now. He should be here. We can do him without him. We can do it without him." It's like, so all right, here we're gonna start. Oh, here he is right now. He walks up and he wants over to them like, and he was like, "What are you doing?" He said, "What?" And then he was like, "Whatever, dude." And they tried to do a little dance, and all of a sudden they start doing the same dance with him. Like, it's like, can you imagine? Like,
what did they do to make Romeo change, bro?
Well, because they paid him to get more, I don't know why he traded over. But after that, we never seen Romeo again. But yeah, I don't know what made him. I don't know. I can't even think of why he went over.
Hey. Miss B, if you nasty, said the gladiator died at the end. Maximus. Yeah, it didn't hurt as bad because Maximus got his vengeance. Yeah. Maximus had to go avenge his wife and his kid.
We talking about deaths from a sub protagonist. Like we're watching it happen versus the main character dying. I think when the whole movie is, I gotta raise this money so my mom can get the treatment from cancer. And then he's like, "Hey, Mom, I got the money." And he's like, you see somebody like, she didn't make it. And that right there is like, God damn, this whole movie was a waste. You raised all this money and it didn't pay off. That's the...
You putting that money into the funeral? I'm like, we're just going to cremate it, yo. Have a real small... The Green Mile. I never seen the Green Mile.
Green Mile, yeah.
I never seen it.
Yeah, Green Mile.
How was that?
I remember.
Ooh, Trey's a good one.
Yeah.
Boys in the Hood.
That's
is a good one.
That's top in deaths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we spent the whole movie with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ricky. You said Trey.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Yeah. Hey, nigga, that's the biggest name of the movie right there.
My bad. Yeah. That's a good one.
Oh, you know what? A movie that is slept on. Higher Learning.
Higher Learning was great. Somebody dying there?
Yes.
Who?
Tyra Banks.
Oh, geez.
Yes, in his arm.
When's the last time you've seen these movies? I have not seen that movie in forever.
Yeah. The 2-track runners run through the crowd. He said,
"Yeah."
And he's like, "Danger!"
That's a good.
Danger!
That's a great call.
Danger!
I only remember Cube and Busta and what's the white dude's name?
Michael Rappaport.
Yeah. Switching over to the Clan.
Yeah, Remy.
Oh,
Yeah,
man, that's a good
That's a
one.
phenomenal movie. It's terrifying for a college student who's just like, let me see what this college life is about, like, because it shows how college changed you and how powerful influence is.
Yeah.
And that white boy changed.
Yeah.
That was a great story arc of seeing how much he changed and him getting bullied.
Yeah. When's the last time you've seen Higher Learning?
I haven't seen Higher Learning since the early 2000s.
I'm trying to. I was like, how'd you remember that?
Yeah.
That's a movie no one talks about enough. You're
That's
right.
what
It's
I'm
slept
saying.
on. It's super slept on.
It's a great movie.
It is a great movie.
Great movie. And The Program was a great movie.
The Program was great. Now we talk.
Yeah, The Program.
I haven't seen that in
right. Since
20,
the 90s.
30 years.
It's a great movie because
crazy.
God, it's such a great movie because
Saying I haven't seen something in 30 years is nuts.
yeah.
Sound ancient.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie in 30 years.
The Program, because I was like, did they go to the same? Because I remember I seen Program and Higher Learning back together, and that's both Omar Epps. And I was like, what the hell's happening?
Transfer school.
So I was like, I was so young watching, like, how is this possible?
Shouldn't Omar Epps be a bigger star?
Was he a great actor?
I think Omar was a really good actor.
I think he's just he plays himself. He plays a human. He plays Omar.
Because I feel like we don't see Mekhi Phifer at all. I don't know where he's at right now.
Mekhi Phifer plays Mekhi Phifer. They don't play great roles. They just play themselves. They don't. It's not like he has range.
I don't know. Have you got a chance to see?
What they do athlete movies and slightly sub romantic comedies.
No, Omar Epps was in Deep Cover. Come on, man.
In Too Deep.
In Too Deep.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of something like recent, like
He was in Power.
oh, was he?
He was a cop in Power.
It
Yep.
was a big role.
Yeah, he was Raising Kanan's dad.
Okay.
Just played himself though. He's really calm. He just don't stop playing with me, man. And then he go back to his normal voice. Listen, man, I know some people around the corner that can possibly.
That's some range. If you go from psycho anger to, anyways, that's solid right there. What's up, Twills?
What up? What up? What up?
The Devil, you know. What is that? Is that a movie?
The Devil, yeah. He Mekhi Phifer was in it with he was an alcoholic or something. And something happened. He had to hide like a death of something that the one thing was like, it's like one thing was like, this is me freestyling. This is not the movie. But it was something like, hey dad, I left some cocaine on your couch, man. Can you please get it for me? It's like, and then he goes back and tries to hide the cocaine from his son, for his son. But while he's there, he sees like a body. He's like, now I gotta hide the body. And then now he's
The escalation.
Yeah. I can't think what the movie was about, but I remember he tried to fix something, and it just kept escalating.
What comedian has the most range?
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx.
Never mind.
Yeah.
The only person I was gonna say is outside of him was Robin Williams.
Or Adam Sandler.
He's been showing a lot more range lately. But it's not Jamie Foxx.
You know who has great range?
Who?
And any role he's in, he's not even a comedian. Peter Dinklage.
Oh, Peter's great.
That boy be moving.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
Like
You can tell he's an actor.
Yeah, I believe every role. When he's silly, he's on.
Yeah,
and he's serious. I take him seriously.
I love seeing drama dudes and comedies. Like, what's his name is
Chris
doing
Riley.
The new Leslie. He's doing a new Naked Gun. The dude who did.
Oh
Taken.
yeah. Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
But I also saw, was it Chris O'Reilly?
Chris O'Reilly.
He plays opposite of Will Ferrell on Stepfathers.
Oh,
Stepbrothers. It's Chris O'Reilly, right?
Not Chris O'Reilly. What's his name? Yeah, I've only seen him do dramas before that too. He was Get Hard.
Yeah.
Dang, why am I blanking on his name? But John C. Reilly.
John C. Reilly. Yeah.
John C. Reilly's solid.
And but the best range white boy I got is Jason Bateman.
Okay.
Jason Bateman is a monster.
He's a great actor, but
Come on.
what range have you seen that? That's a guy who's the Omar Epps to me. Who's just like
Stop it.
So he's calm and cool and collected. Where you seen him be like?
Well, he's a great
straight man.
Sure. As in, he lets the comedy happen around him, and he's usually pulling them in. He's speaking for us. Off the cuff, funny.
Yeah.
He's very dramatic. He doesn't do like accents or something, but he's typically like, you need a straight person, I got you. Great comedy timing, reaction to facial. Just that sort of, I'm sorry, what are we doing here? Just that little nuances. But yeah, just like would you call him an A-list star?
Jason Bateman? Mm-hmm. Sure. I'll put him in the A-list range.
Yeah.
It's like the A-.
A minus?
He's in the A- range.
Because the name is.
You got Jason Bateman, it's gonna go.
Right, but it's not a name that people is loud enough.
Well, he's
not Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, he's not Robert Downey Jr. right now.
Right.
Yeah, he's not in there.
Because there's a lot of names you like. He's on that bubble.
Yeah, he's not. I don't think he's even. What's his name from? Why am I blanking on his name? Heisenberg.
Oh, you talking about the guy from the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a monster. I remember him from
That's who has the most range. You want to talk about range?
What comedies he done?
Malcolm in the Middle. He was the goofy dad.
Oh, you talking about?
Who you talking about?
So you said Heisman. So I thought you talking about the.
Wait, hold on a second. Wait a second.
I thought you talking about the balloon that.
Wait a minute. You've seen
Breaking Bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I gotta check with you.
Right.
Because you be like, oh, dude.
Yeah. So when you said that, I thought you said Oppenheimer.
Oh, not that weird looking dude. He looks terrifying.
Yeah.
He looks like the leader of the Klan.
Yeah, that's when I said, what comedies have you done? So yeah.
No, Bryan Cranston is
right, there you go.
I've seen that guy be the silly, do all kind of goofy stuff. Because I remember my mom was like, oh, you got to watch this show. The dude from Malcolm in the Middle plays a meth deal. I'm like, the dad from Malcolm in the Middle?
Right.
Man.
Have you seen the studio?
No, I haven't seen it.
Please.
Seth Rogen?
Yeah. When I say your boy Bryan Cranston steals the show as a comedic actor.
Yeah.
And
I read his book. He was talking about all the improv classes he took and trying to stand up.
Yeah. He said, Seth Rogen was on Jimmy Fallon. He was just like, he said, here's the thing. There was a scene where he's supposed to come out this room with no pants on. We gave him wardrobe. The funny thing is he came with his own sort of like Speedos. Mm-hmm. We didn't give him Speedos. We gave him shorts. So he went out and purchased these Speedos that this is funnier. And he surprised us all. So he's like, this reaction right here was a real reaction because he said, I'm going to put the wardrobe on. When I come out, I'm gonna change it to these Speedos. I was like, just that sort of commitment right there is like, I gotta make y'all crack.
Man, he's great.
Yeah.
That's a solid actor right there.
Yeah.
Who's got more range? I don't know if I've seen that. Jamie Foxx was still in that convo.
Yeah.
Okay. Question. Outside of Ray, what has Jamie done to be that impressive?
Have you seen Collateral?
Collateral was great.
Have you seen the Lawyer movie with him and
Yeah, he wasn't the star of it.
The hell he was.
I mean, he was, but I wasn't like Jamie Foxx was amazing in Law-Abiding Citizen. That the one you talking about?
No.
What are you talking about?
The Lawyer movie where
he was a lawyer in Law-Abiding Citizen.
No, I think it was him and opposite of Journey Smollett.
No, I've not seen this one.
Yeah, it was about a lawyer who was getting some money for a white family. He was like a preacher. Yeah, he was this very.
Don't sound familiar at all.
Yeah. So it came out maybe 2 or 3 years ago.
You ever seen the meme of Jamie Foxx has the most hairlines? I gotta ask you, which Jamie did you meet with which hairline? Jamie Foxx. The Soloist was good. Yeah, The Soloist was really good. I think that was him and Robert Downey Jr. But it didn't pop. It's like they were both going for an Oscar. Right. It was like, this is going to be an Oscar movie, but
so Just Mercy was the one with it's another movie. So Just Mercy was the one with Michael B. Jordan.
And
there was
Foxx?
another with Jamie Foxx. But there's another movie that just came out where he was no, hold on, was it him?
Jamie's going back on comedy tour. You seen that?
Hold on, was it him, y'all? Help me out with this. Journey Smollett. Is it The Burial? I think that might be it. Yeah. There it is. Yeah, it was opposite of Journey Smollett. He was
I ain't heard of this.
Yeah,
Just Mercy.
Just Mercy was probably like 6 or 7 years ago with Michael B. Jordan, and I don't know if I forgot the theme of it, but it was like a period piece. The Burial was like about this white family who that's the reason why I call it Burial, because he owned a funeral home, and he tried to sell it, but the person he was selling it to was like added some taxes to it, some inflation to it or something like that, and then they was like, yeah, they screwing you over. And he's like, you got to get this guy to get your business off the map, or Jamie Foxx, something like that.
Yeah.
And Jamie Foxx, I can get your business back on track. But it was.
How come they haven't done a Killmonger prequel yet, like his own solo movie?
It's not his own IP.
Killmonger?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You got to talk to Marvel about that.
I'm just saying, why haven't they done one?
Because he's dead.
Yeah. Okay, that's why I said the word prequel.
Right. What do you want to see?
The same. He was in the army. Him going through his reserves,
Yeah.
getting his war dogs together. He talked about his whole plan that we saw
Sure.
since the time he left Oakland.
who-
He has a
who-
whole backstory.
Who's gonna be featured? Who's gonna pop up? What villain's gonna pop up?
Who gives?
We do. I don't. That's why.
Wait a second. We're talking about Michael B. Jordan reprising one of his biggest roles in Killmonger, who's beloved by mostly everybody. That alone, if I say, "Hey, Killmonger's coming out with his own movie," people are gonna go.
Sure. Again.
So
Jazz.
then we'll find out that he's in the military. He's staging his coup. It's against the man, quote unquote.
Where does it go from there?
Like, I'm just thinking of it right now. I don't know, but somebody would buy it. I could walk
Yeah.
in there and be like, here's a Killmonger prequel idea. They're gonna say yes. If Michael B. Jordan's attached, they're gonna say yes.
Okay. All right.
You think they want it?
All right. I think it doesn't have maybe a TV series. I think I have a TV series to kind of
Like, if I was if you're the head of Disney, and I came in, I'm what's his name, Coogler, right, or Michael B. Whatever. I don't think it matters which one. And I said, hey man, I had this movie for Killmonger. You're saying no?
it's like Black Widow, right? So what happened with Black Widow is it's not fun to watch because we already know where her demise is because she already had died. So the great thing about having Black Widow is they introduced the sister and the dad for Thunderbolts. So they would have to have some sort of protagonist or antagonist that can kind of carry and help out for Black Panther 3 or something, or another movie or something like that. So if it's just like a movie that has a dead end with no sort of sub characters that can kind of help tell another story.
I think you just go back into 20 years of whatever he's been doing before Black Panther.
First of all, Black Widow flopped. So
Black Widow was underappreciated.
and it was a great movie.
Yeah.
It flopped because it didn't show in theaters, and they like, we don't want to take another chance with that of having a prequel movie of a character that's already dead.
I don't think that's the case. I don't think Michael B. Jordan. One Scarlett Johansson being a woman, you're gonna make less money doing a lead anyways. That's throughout history. You ever see Salt with Angelina Jolie?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Salt was a great movie, and they should have been made a sequel. You ever see Colombiana?
It's a great movie.
These are never gonna get the love they deserve.
Right.
Same with the Tomb Raiders, barely hang on
Yeah.
over the years, but because of the video game franchise.
So tell me the best female-led action movie. How do you feel about
all I've heard so far was Ballerina. I haven't seen it yet, but
Ballerina's good?
I've heard it was really good, but I haven't seen it yet.
How do you feel about
Barbie? Was Barbie an action movie?
Yeah, it's not an action movie.
How do you feel about what?
What's the movie Old Guard?
I haven't seen it.
Have you heard of it? With Charlize Theron. And also Charlize Theron had something blonde, right?
I was about to say Legally Blonde. Might have just been called Blonde or Lucy.
Hey man, get out of here. with
Lucy
the Electra.
also? Electra. Lucy, wasn't that one of her movies also? The Woman King was solid. I wonder how much money The Woman King did. I like The Woman
Oh
King.
yeah, The Woman King. Yep, good job.
That was a good one. And I'm trying to think of, I don't know how much the Marvels did. Like the
They didn't
first
do well, man.
Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel did well because it was the movie leading up until.
That second one was.
I liked it, man. I liked it.
The only one who was any good to me was the Indian girl. She's the one who had any kind of character. The other ones were.
I liked it. It was. I love. That was their own little Avenger.
That was not great.
I liked it.
It was. The Underworlds. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Or what's her name? Doesn't she do the what's the other video game that was terrifying? Resident Evil. Was that
Resident
a girl
Evil.
also?
Yeah.
The Woman King grossed 97.
Come on, man. How you get that accurate number, Miss B? You definitely Google that.
So here's my thing with that. 100 million is great, but these guys are going for $1 billion.
Yeah, you're right.
Like 100 million is really great. It's not shit on that, but if you're gonna do a Marvel movie or a big action movie, the goal is $1 billion.
Some over here said Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. How do you feel about that? That was Woman Lee, right? Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't. I barely remember that movie. I remember. I think I was the only person who didn't like it.
You're the only person that didn't like it.
Yeah, because I hate that style of karate.
Okay, flying.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it.
So you didn't like Shang-Chi?
Shang-Chi was dope in the beginning. The first half of Shang-Chi, that whole bus scene, all the fighting he did like that was fire. And then by the end, the mystical dragon comes, and I'm like, what's happening right now?
Yeah.
It was almost really dope.
was in that world. I like a lot of these movies. I just hate that they're not tying them all together.
Well, I kind of get their own adventure in the first place. We don't really know this person.
No, I'm saying tying in the ending. Like they keep having these major sort of like, this is we're setting up this, but none of these have payoffs.
Well, they finally came back to the magical hand, the sentient. They finally came back to it,
yo. So that lets me know that Eternal didn't get retcon.
Eternals was so bad.
So the
They
fact
ruined Salma Hayek. That's what I'm really mad about. Once she went, I said, this movie's stupid.
Yeah.
It could have been great, but after that.
So did they even explain where that came from? So we know where it came from.
What,
right?
Eternals?
Like us knowing how this hand came through the ground, did normal Earthlings figure out?
It was stupid.
I like the last fight.
It was the fighting is whatever. The whole story with this, I was gonna birth this. I was like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
it was dumb.
Yeah.
Kill Bill. Solid.
Oh, Kill Bill was a female-led movie.
Kill Bill was solid.
Yeah, that did really well. They had room to do a third with Vivica Fox's daughter.
I heard that was supposed to happen a long time ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kill Bill's a great. And I wonder how much of that is because, and then that first Wonder Woman was good also. You don't like the first Wonder Woman? What? The first one was solid. The second one was hot ass.
I don't like it. It's something about period pieces.
You're like She-Hulk and not the first one. I don't understand what's happening. What's happening?
It's something about period pieces that kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies. Like when Captain America 1, and it's like, oh gosh, I got to see the
it just wasn't good,
right? When they go back to a certain time period, and you were like,
It was like history. I'm not here to learn.
No, man, it's always like a sad color. That little brown, dark look of all these colors are like brown and gray, and it's like it puts you in the mood of I feel oppression around this atmosphere. Like, where the black people that's getting beat up at? Y'all can't just gloss over that.
Charlie's Angels was fire. It's built off a movie though. I mean a TV show though.
Yeah.
That's a built-in, which is most Marvel anyways. Built-in IP, huh?
I say most of them, yeah. You got anything else?
No.
Okay, so I do want to talk about what happened today. My daughter, she's gonna kill me for telling y'all this. My daughter got fired today from her job.
Oh boy.
My daughter got fired today.
Yikes.
I'm not gonna tell you in details, but I was like, "Hey, man, this is life, man. It's totally normal."
Was it her fault?
In so many words, it's just like you tried to kind of give and take, of get a little snarky, a little late, and
got too comfortable.
Yeah, and I was like, I know her, so she told me when she translated it to me, I was like, But anyway, so all that to say, I'm not gonna tell in details because I'm not gonna embarrass her too much. But I want to hear your stories of getting fired. Did you ever get fired?
I think I've quit 2 jobs before I got fired.
You saw it coming?
Well, people like me enough to be like, dude, come on, man. Either you got to get better, you got to come on time, or we got to let you go. I don't want to fire you. I got a lot of those.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of those.
Yeah.
I had one place, I remember these guys were going around ready to fire people. They were like, you got a week. I was like, let me just resign.
Yeah.
Let me just resign now. I was like, hey, actually, I got something else.
Resign.
Yeah, he was like, oh, great. But I didn't know about unemployment thing, so I would have just took the firing back then.
Yeah, you gotta get fired, brother.
Twilla says she wants to know which one. Shoulders, right?
Oh,
did the youngest one have a job?
Yeah, they both got jobs.
Oh, I didn't know
They both got jobs. Kaylee got fired. So he had this internship for this company, and they hired her through this program through college. So they kind of gave her that forced kind of job, and then she was kind of and it was remote. and it was like follow these instructions, get in at this time. You giving a child that much freedom of not being on campus,
but it's kind of what we're going into, right?
Right.
Like,
right.
I think there's going to be less and less office jobs. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if things are going to go back because people want the people in these buildings, but it seems there's going to be less and less actual office jobs and more remote jobs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, people have to you gotta get used to it.
Yeah. She sparked this. She reminded me how I got fired on my first job. So I used to work at this cafeteria. It's called MCO Cafeteria, and
Dayton.
Yeah, stand up, baby. And I was like, man, now that I'm saying it out loud, it is funny that I got fired. So my manager, I should say manager, my supervisor of this job was 3 years older than me, right? He was a shorter white guy. I'm this height at 16, right? Maybe a little shorter. And so I just enjoyed mocking him. He was a small, little, scrawny little white boy, no mustache, no beard, anything. He had a soft chest. His shoulders were sunk in, right? And
bully.
Yeah. So anytime he talked to me, I would just purposely walk right up on him and say, "You say what?" But he's like this, so he back up. He'll back. He's like, "Hey, Dion." I'm like, "Hey," like he's right here. Like, so, "Hey, Dion." I'm like, "What's up?"
Come on, man.
So I was doing that, and he's like, "Can you?" Here back. I'm like, "Can you take out the trash and do blah blah blah?" So I was like, "Got it." So I kept doing that. So one time, he was just on my ass. He just kept watching me. I can just, like, I'm way over there busting tables. I was a busser. So I'm up there busting tables and stuff. And then I took my tray and went back to the back. And if you kind of scan the entire dining area, you can see who's up and whose table you can get bust. So this dining room had a little area that you can kind of go around the corner. So he must have came around the corner and came back, and he had said, he was like, "Hey, Dion, can you bust the table around the corner?" I was like, "Yes, sir." To the tools man, like, "Yes, sir." He was like, and I did a little walk like that. He was like, Dion, can I talk to you over here? I was like, "Sure thing, boss." And then everybody's laughing, like all my. Cause the thing is, he did that. He passed up all these people, and came to me as in like, "Well, to this." I got to figure out a way to kind of antagonize him. So we went back to the back. He was like, he said, "I don't like the energy you're giving me right now, and I want to talk to Mr. Ralston about you about this." I'm like, "What? What did I do?" He was like, "You're mocking me. You're not respecting me." And it's like I need to talk to you about, showing respect. And then I went back to the back, and he was like, "I don't want him working with me no more. He's either me or either me or he's gone. I mean, me or you." Either me or him.
Yeah.
Me or him. Me or him? Me
Yeah.
or him?
Yeah.
Me or him was I'm like, I keep saying him or me. Well, the point of me, him. And then shortly after that, I got fired. And then the very next, maybe 2 days after that, he got fired. He got fired for some sort of money situation. Yep. Did
you try to go get your job back?
I got my job back.
Oh.
I got my job back. Yep.
He's like, "Yeah, I think he was racist."
Yeah. I got my job back maybe like a week and a half afterwards.
Oh, you had a cool little vacation.
Yeah. And then I got fired.
Did they call you
again.
or you went over there?
I got fired again. Huh?
I said, Jesus.
Yeah. I got fired again. Not immediately. I got fired because my boy Shamel, so we had a very loose schedule. As in, when you was in high school, you can work from like 6 to 9, like little 3 hours, every day, right? So we're just busting tables. So all we needed was 2 or 3 out on the floor and 1 in the back to wash dishes and stuff. So there was a guy, if you find somebody like, "Hey, Chaz, can you work for me tomorrow?" And if you cover it, you got it. So we didn't never include the managers in that stuff.
Right.
So my boy Shamel was like, he said, "Can you work for me?" And I was like, my hand was like, "Oh God." I was, let me think about it. And I never confirmed with him. So none of us showed up. And then Shamel was like, yo, Lack was supposed to be there. I said, I never confirmed. I said, let me think about it. He was like, yeah, but I already told Ralston that you were coming in. I said, oh, God. So then when I came back in, they fired me.
Dang.
Yep.
It's like it's a little miscommunication.
Yeah. Well, I think that was just it's something about you, Lack, that you.
Yeah, maybe Shamel set you up, bro.
Yeah, I should call him right now because he is not let that go.
Did he get fired too?
Well, he grew out of it. As in, I think around this time, I think we were juniors and seniors in high school, and I think he stuck it out until we graduated. And by then, I was working at Dairy Queen.
Over there.
Yeah. Say Dairy Queen, we played this game called You Don't Want It. So you just imagine in the 90s, man, they didn't care about loss and prevention or profit and loss. They was like, we got money. I promise you, Dairy Queen has to be a drug cover up. That Dairy Queen had to be some sort of like mafia headquarter.
No customers.
Well, we had customers, but he didn't ever say, "Hey, we're missing,
pounds and pounds,
right, of Reese cups." Like so this is what we did. This is my illegal activities at Dairy Queen. So if they paid cash, it never made it through the register, right? Because
in the 90s had to be a lot of cash, bro.
I know. If you knew the price in your head, how much it cost, so we knew that. This is how crazy the inflation is. We knew that a large Blizzard was $269, and then the medium was $259, and then $249, and then the other one was $239. So small, right? So if we will always bring change, because a lot of times people don't bring change. So we just put the change like next to the cash register. So if they give you $3, we'd be like, here, 14 cents like that. We just kept giving them 14 cents. So we just, because we had, he told us we had free food, right? We had the access so openly. We had a Burger King in the same parking lot. We had an Arby's. We had a Sabaro, is it Sabaro?
The pizza spot?
Yeah, and they all had the same little policies. So it was like, let's do trades.
Okay.
So give us pizza and we'll give y'all free ice cream.
Fire.
Yeah, so that's what we were doing. So we had that sort of like open. I was like, how did that lose money over here? Not thinking about that, like that. This has to be a cover up. Yeah, we had free ice cream. So the fact that we had nothing to lose. So say for instance,
how cheap that stuff was, bro.
What, ice cream?
Had to be, because they're like, we don't even notice.
Yeah, but the cups as well, and the cookies that were sprinkled on top of it, right? We were doing stuff like, let's see if Oreo with Reese cup with Heath cookies would be good. Blend it. It's like trash. Throw it away. Right, because we do a smaller cup, you know what I'm saying? Because like we don't want to have a whole big old cup.
All right.
But yeah, so if you had it in your hand and you eating it, and somebody behind you like, you don't want it, so you had to knock it out your hand, so and it go everywhere. So you had to clean it up. So if somebody come, you had to put it down like So that was the game we were playing with our employees. But yeah, we were knocking stuff out their hands.
If you knock something out of my hand, ain't no way I'm cleaning it.
Well,
up.
don't lock in. That was like open chess.
If you open chess me, ain't no way we just
don't lock in. You're not playing. That was the game. That was the game because you lost twice. As in, thing is, you can easily make another one. But the point is, if somebody knocked out your hand, you got to clean up the ice cream, the cookies everywhere. So that was the game. So I don't know why we thought this was a hilarious idea. Sometimes like, yo, lock me out. I'm sick of this. Lock me out. Y'all ever never played Snatches?
No.
You ever heard Snatches?
No.
It's the same sort of concept, but it's like they'll snatch it from you. Like if you had like a Fruitopia in your hand, like Snatches.
Hey man, all I'm hearing is I want to fight you.
Of course, man.
This is all I'm hearing is. How many ways can I piss you off enough to fight you?
Yeah, Snatches, baby. And we had a game called Bang. Where you walk up under a doorway and you get banged on.
I think we did that, though.
Yeah, did that? And one, baby.
I remember my coach got one of our teammates. That was great. He was like, "Oh, you got a nuts in your face." No, he didn't. Yeah, well, that's what we said. No fights.
Yeah, these did. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. So, did y'all have the bonus of public school food? But if you was fancy, you can bring out the cash and get yourself a little Papa John's pizza or
we had
chicken
Domino's
strips.
pizza.
Yeah.
But we never got to do it. It was very rare that we had funds to get our food. But I'm trying to remember, I just remember they had Domino's and fries. It was horrible for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. When I tell you,
pizza in your school?
huh?
Twiller said they had KFC and Pizza Hut.
100%. Yeah.
I remember, I wonder what the other schools had. Supposedly there was a McDonald's in this, was it Okemos we always heard of? That was legendary to us. They got a McDonald's in their school. Maybe
Wow.
Lansing.
Wow.
But I never confirmed.
Yeah.
We didn't have
Them $2 slices of pizza was crazy. Just to be like, y'all got this mug for $5 and y'all selling these slices of pizza for $2.
Hey,
That was a
you
nice
guys
little
wanna eat
flex.
good. Every day.
Yeah.
Every day was pizza. That's nuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Michelle Obama came and was like, look at all these fat ass kids.
Look at these, man. Yeah.
These obese kids can't fit through the doorways no more. They can't sit in their seats. They're all just falling asleep in class.
What was it called when Obama came in? It was called Obama Cares? What was it?
Well, Obamacare was his.
I know the S on the end, as in he cares about y'all's diet.
I remember Michelle doing all that. I forget what she called it. She had her little program.
Get up, stand up.
We had McDonald's across the street, so junior and seniors can go. Oh, seniors can go for campus. Oh yeah. We had off campus. They had a little Caesars. There was a McDonald's and a Myers. Across.
Oh, Myers, baby.
Myers.
We need a Myers and Kroger's out here in L.A.
Bro, I came out here and it was Ralph's, and I was like, I'm not about
Food
to
for
shop
less.
at Ralph's. Where's Myers?
And smart and final, fresh and easy. Sound like how I like my women. Hey.
Oh boy.
Hey. Remember Fresh and Easy?
Yeah, they closed down. I got fired from Sam's Club in college. I was sad as hell. Ain't even do nothing. That's what they all say for school.
Yeah.
That's what they all say. I'm trying to think if I got fired from a job. Fired?
If you knew the breakup,
It's close.
if you knew the breakup was coming, would you break up with them first, or would you try to work through it?
Well, that I've done. I didn't do the breakup first because we weren't officially together, but I was like, we should just be friends. I hit that first.
Yeah.
I felt it coming on her. And
Yeah.
she was like, yeah, I just want to talk about that. I was like, hey, listen, some things on my mind too. And I just beat her. I was going to say that. I was like, sure you.
Yeah.
But when we were together, it was always just like, there's nothing here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you knew a breakup is coming, you'd be like, yeah, I've been on some shit. Yeah. And then what if she's away and on her computer she's like, so when I get to the house, I'm gonna have to end this relationship. You reading in real time from her phone as she's texting somebody. Like, what you gonna do? Would you prepare yourself, get the chin ready, or would you be like, I gotta leave?
Do I like her?
Yeah.
If I like her,
It's just a bunch of lazy shit.
if I like her, I had to hit her with hey, listen, I really been thinking about our relationship, and I'm gonna make sure I do better. I'm gonna go to church.
I'm an atheist.
I'm starting going to church, and I read this book on relationships and how to keep your together. And so I just really want to take you out. That would be my last Hail Mary effort.
Yeah. Well, that's Hail Mary.
Yeah, thinking about going to therapy. Talk to my dad. I just need to grow up. I just need to grow up. So
Yeah.
that's how you got it. Women love effort.
Yeah.
So, but they're only gonna take your words of effort for so long,
Right.
before they see the changes. But you can sink reel them back in.
Yeah.
They're suckers. Women would deal with them bullshit for years. Just keep making empty promises. Hey, it's like right back in there, baby.
Every time I try to leave, something keeps money me back.
Give him a good wiener in for the day. And then like,
Give her some good wiener.
And they're in the bliss mode, and then you go back to your phone.
Yeah. Go back to
Works every time.
So the two things that sticks out is if you knew you was getting fired or you knew you was about to get breakup, would you try to fix it, try to clean it up?
If I was getting fired from a job I liked,
Yeah,
that would hurt. I mean, I would just, like I said, only because of unemployment, I'll just take the firing now. It's not worth the quit.
Yeah.
Unless they're going to give me some kind of like package.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I never had a job that was going to give me some kind of package. You're just gone.
What if you had a show out of town as a stand-up comedian, and then, your hometown, right? Let's just say it's in Detroit or Lansing.
There it is.
And the numbers are great. It's at a little theater that, Chaz Rogers there, let me not do too much. Let's just say you're the opener.
Okay.
You're the opener of a bigger act, right?
Okay.
That's from Lansing. And somebody's like, hey, a few of the people didn't like what you said online, so we're just going to pay you half the money. We don't want you to perform. You'd be like, okay. But you got a bunch of your people out there.
How far in advance is this?
It's you are backstage.
Oh, I'm going on stage.
We're not going to pay you, just FYI. We're going to pay you.
Yeah, you are.
No, we're going to pay you half right now. We're going to pay you half right now just for your effort to come in.
No,
but
you're paying me all of it. And I'm going.
No, you're not. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you are.
Security.
Security's going to get their ass beat. You going to pay me as well. Yes, I am.
No, you're not. The thing is, they're going to cut your mic off, dude. They're going to ruin it.
I will do my theater. One of you come pull me off stage. Come get me off stage.
That little awkward look of you like, I'm going to hit him with this one first. Yo, Chaz. Hey, what's up? Hey, so a few of the people seen what you posted online and you offended a whole community. So I think seeing that this is a hub of that sort of community, we're going to beg you not to perform tonight.
Man, watch out, man.
Watch out.
Watch out.
Here's $1,500. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. I know you have a lot of people out there. But we're gonna go a different direction. So we're gonna have Paul Johnson perform. He's an open micer.
Yeah, Paul can go after me.
You're not gonna call the scene.
If I'm in Lansing, first off, it's not gonna be a huge thing.
Well,
it's not a huge thing.
Well, I'm saying,
and if people are there to see me, they're gonna see me.
No, man. Do you understand? You have no power.
Why don't I?
They could just cut the lights off, cut the mic off.
Girl, shut down the whole show then.
Because you are the opener.
You think they're gonna worth shutting down the whole show so I don't perform?
Listen, you are the opener for a bigger act. So as in, like, you don't have to perform. The bigger act can just perform right after. So you were just about to go up. They're like, hey, we're gonna replace you with this dude, Paul Johnson.
Yeah, you're not replacing me. That's not what's happening.
Yeah, you can't do this, dude. Because they're like, because the thing is, you be like, hey, what's up, y'all? Security's gonna walk out like,
what's up, security? I'm gonna roast his ass. Look at this big ass gorilla they brought on stage.
It's not gonna go well, bro. It's not gonna go well.
Yep.
Because the worst is now people got cameras out on you. It's like Chaz Rogers.
Watch me roast this security.
Chaz Rogers gets escorted off stage. Opening joke.
Get your goddamn hands off me.
Ah! It was my arm! And that's when his wrist snapped.
I'm taking a mic with me, though, so y'all can hear that.
You gonna bite me? You're like, is this part of the act?
What you call the cops for? Pat, I'm not going down without a fight. Pat.
It's got to be part of the act. This dude, he's a comedic act genius. Look at this. He got a whole scene right here.
Getting a whole shootout with the cops.
You ever? I can tell you the worst show I ever had, and I damn near got escorted off the set.
Okay.
I don't know who recommended me. But I was a host for this fraternity thing, and I didn't even understand what fraternity was. I was like 20, 21.
Yeah.
I never went to college. I never went to an HBCU, and everybody was, steppers or AKAs and Qs, and I just had to introduce the steppers in between, right? So me thinking making fun of them was a good idea. Of like, woo, y'all see he came out there like, and they was like, no, stop. I was like, and then somebody was like, he's like, just bring up the next person. And I was like, that's pretty funny. That was damn near good impression. That's a good ass impression. And then I was like, all right, y'all, next person comes to the stage. We got so-and-so from all the way from, Long Beach. We can give it up for the Qs or whatever. And then dude was like, hey, man, don't do that again, bro. Don't mock what we do, all right? So I'm thinking he's like, don't mock that group. I did not know he was talking about a whole organization. As in, stop. You can't do this. That's like, sea walking and you are blood or something.
Hey man, listen. I don't have any relation to HBCU. I think it's way too, not to HBCUs, I'm sorry, but to
fraternities and
I think it's way too serious.
Yeah.
I mean, also I'm on the outside.
Right.
But I don't look in going, oh, I want to be a part of that. I go like, that seems like. And to get so serious about it, y'all, if we can't make fun of ourselves, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like, yeah, don't. I'm out of here, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, and I know the history of why it started, and I respect it, but it'd be too serious for me.
Man, I wish I could find that footage, dude. I wish I could find it, because I've never felt so humiliated. Because right after that, I did the same thing again. Like, what's her name? Makasha? Whoo! That girl came up and said,
and everybody again was like,
and then it was like, all right, man, yeah. So I didn't have no jokes. I was just mocking people and just impersonating them in the worst way. He was like, all right, bro, I can't pay you for this, right? And I was like, yeah, I get it.
No.
But the thing is, I'm like 20, 21.
How much are you supposed to get?
I think it was like $50, something like that.
Oh, yeah, I can get my $50.
Yeah,
man.
I didn't. And the worst is, I drove.
You would have got jumped though.
Yeah.
It's hard to cause a scene when there's a bunch of people who can't wait to whoop your ass because you've been mocking them all night.
And they got a good stump game on them too.
They get stomped out by a fraternity. Gotta be crazy.
Yeah, the Jodeci boots. But yeah, he's like, I can't pay for this, right? I get it, because I got nothing.
What is NPHC? NPHC Divine Nine? That's the 9 frats. Is there 9 frats? I think it's 9 personally. I'm just not a fan. I get it. I think it's cool. It's not for me.
Yeah.
I remember when I went to Alabama State to visit my brother, and they were doing we had called like a show or something like that. So all the different frats came out, and I thought it was cool. Mm-hmm. But then I was like, oh, I'm not about to join a frat and learn all this stuff. But I respect it.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is Yo joined a sorority.
You don't do nothing?
No, I was just like, aren't you too old for this? Isn't this a college thing? You can just hop in anytime.
Right.
I'm like, you didn't have to go through all the hazing and stuff like that? Like, this doesn't make any sense.
She gave the acronym. National Pain. Let me make it bigger.
Hellenic Council? Hellenic? That doesn't sound...
What the Hellenic? What the Heliante?
Dang, homeboy. Ruptured his Achilles. Halliburton. Crazy.
I saw it, man, and I said, it's a wrap. I really feel like he could give him a fighting chance.
Well, he already had that calf injury too.
Right.
But the guys keep wearing these low tops, bro. It's like, you see, I've seen more Achilles than ever tearing. I'm like, it's got to be these low tops, bro.
Wow.
They have different process for people who already have their degree. No, I get it.
The fact that they stuck around without him. He had 3 threes in the fourth quarter.
Oh, he did? Dang. I just didn't like how when she became a Delta, I was supposed to care.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, when did this become this important. It took over our lives here.
You know what sucks, and I don't think it should be that important. I seen a post on the Shade Room that had said, which one are you going to? Your best friend's wedding or your child's kindergarten graduation? And everybody kept saying, my child, what do you think? My child. And I was like, kindergarten? And I was like, you probably won't even remember this. Well, she won't remember this. So in my head, I was like, why is this such a landslide of people saying your best friend's wedding when you're the maid of honor or the best man? Mm-hmm. And, versus your child's kindergarten class. Mm-hmm. I can see if it was like college or high school. That's like pretty big. Like,
if I'm the best man, I'm going to the wedding.
Right.
And then I had to tell the family, y'all be there for her.
Right.
For the kindergarten thing.
Yeah.
But it's important when kids see you show up. But it's one of those things where I had to let you know, like, hey, I won't be able to make it, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know, Izzy's about to have her first soccer game.
I ain't know.
She's like, oh, you won't be there? I'm like, nah, I got to go to work. Mm-hmm. But
I know it's important, but I feel like kindergarten is such a, like, what are they graduating from? Crackers? Knowing their colors?
It's a big deal, though. You see how they feel when you're there. When they see and they smile and they beam at you.
I'll be there the day before and after.
Yeah, I mean, that's facts, though.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm here 365 days.
But that landslide was crazy. Nobody said their best friend's wedding.
Yeah, if it's just the wedding, but if I'm participating in the wedding, I feel like that changes things. Mm-hmm. If my buddy's getting married and if I'm not one of the best men, the groomsmen, I wasn't really your best friend anyways, was I? Mm. But yeah, I'm easy going to my baby's graduation party.
See? Everybody saying landslide. Okay, we got Roscoe saying my best friend wedding over my child's kindergarten graduation.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I was a best man at my homie's wedding. I wouldn't have missed that at all. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I did tell them they divorced. I want my gifts back and the money for this tux. I still got receipts. I need to get refunded.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As long as they stay together, I'm there.
Yeah.
People care more about their kids more than friends, I guess. The marriage probably not going to make it that far anyways. Most marriages don't. They don't. I'm not trying to pay for a bunch of stuff. I got to pay for a tux, and I had to fly back out there.
And which one's gonna be more fun? You just watching a bunch of like 97 little kindergartens. Makai Miller. Makai, this way, Makai. And your child is like number 48. You're like, oh God.
I know Rogers. It takes forever. I'm like, dang, I wish I had a.
Yeah. You're like, and that little jolt of happiness is your entire day. You're like, well, now I gotta wait for the rest of these kids to get done.
You see if you can go make the wedding.
See if I can make the wedding. It's in Phoenix. Let me see if I can catch a flight real quick.
Oh man, come on, bro.
What?
No, the homie's wedding is, Is this the second wedding? Or is this the first wedding?
Oh.
If it's the first wedding, I'm going. If it's the second one, I'm like, y'all better do a small.
How about this?
Wedding.
Same situation, right? Mm-hmm. Or your best friend's mom, who raised you because you was an orphan. Mm-hmm. She has a funeral. Mm-hmm. Same day. Mm-hmm. And your significant other who just opened up a massive restaurant who got keys to the city and they gonna do the big old ribbon thing. They gonna do the big cut ribbon thing of this big old restaurant that's about to be franchised. All right. So which one you gonna do? Your significant other who just opened up this big franchise, it's like the new McDonald's, or your best friend's, your technically your mom's funeral. Mm-hmm. She is who you are. She is who you are. You are who she is.
You are who you are because of her.
You are who you are because of her. Your daughter's kindergarten class.
Did a Why you commercial? You are who?
You are.
Great.
And then your best friend's wedding.
I'm going to the funeral to pay my respects.
All the same day, same hour. You can't do all of them. They're all at 12 noon.
I'll probably go pay my respects to my best friend's mom.
Yeah.
If it's like a second mom.
She the one who funded your movie and it
And
took
also,
off.
I'm gonna just show love to the family. You know, I'm like, oh, I'm here for y'all. You know, like we're all this together. We're all hurt. So that's a family funeral at that point.
Right.
I go at that point. There's no difference here. I go like I have my own memories and love with this person. You know. The restaurant, yeah. Grand opening. They had the highest fail rate.
Yeah.
Right. So, and how much did I already do? Because if we're at a restaurant, if it's my wife's restaurant, I'm like, you know how much work I had to do? You think I sat back and did nothing?
Right.
Like, you're not gonna sit here and act like I didn't support you.
Yeah.
Because I'm not there to cut the fucking ribbon.
Right.
We're not doing that.
Because you know, like, this is that picture that's going to be inside the restaurant of, like, you know, year one.
Yeah.
Me and my family is cutting a ribbon to open up this restaurant. And you just sitting there like, man, I wasn't there. Now this is a huge-ass, long-ass franchise that went across the world. Like, what was you at these pictures? I went to my best friend's wedding.
Or a funeral. That's gonna sound a little better. I had to go to a funeral. So.
Yeah.
You can always do that in a somber. Oh, I understand.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
start whispering.
In the
all of a
sauna?
sudden. No, I said somber.
Oh, yeah.
People start whispering. No, I had a funeral to go to.
Yeah.
But a wedding, I mean, it's important, but I don't know this person who's new to us is gonna be around and all their family. The wedding's lower on my list.
Wedding Lord. It's
Unless-
like, oh, you got bumped.
Unless I'm the best man.
Yeah.
That's a big, you know.
Yeah.
But I have to kind of go to that if I'm a part of it. Which one do I agree to first?
They all just came. They came in like a landslide.
Hello?
They came
Oh my god!
like a wrecking ball. Somebody came in in person.
Yeah,
you got
man,
text
I'll
messages.
be. Wait a second.
First of all, you'll circle.
When is it? Wait. When is your thing?
The funny thing is who's in your life that's like, we can't pivot. It's like, we're not gonna change the time. I'm sorry. You got to make a decision.
I mean, a wedding, I get. You took all that time to plan. It's hard
Yeah.
to plan all that.
Yeah. This is the best time, best price we can get it for this time.
Go up a little bit. Oh, my bad.
Sorry, yawn in your ear.
What up, love from Toronto? What's up, BL?
Yo.
We were just talking about Toronto today on Daddy Issues. What's good? It's A. Richmond. What's good, brothers? I heard one. Would you go to your baby birth or hospital your best friend got shot?
What's a good one?
No, it's not.
Oh.
It's not even close. This is the one that's not even close to me.
Would you go to your baby birth or your hospital your best friend got shot? Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Roscoe says, are they at different hospitals? I'm going to be there for the birth. Once I get the call about my buddy, it doesn't matter. I'm still going to go to the birth. I'm like, somebody keep me posted.
Yeah.
Is he breathing?
Yeah.
He's in critical. All right, well, me showing up ain't going to do shit.
Yeah.
Let me go hold my baby. Maybe I give him his middle name.
What if he was like, what if your best friend got shot and was like, I'll tell y'all where the money's at as long as I tell Jazz. He's like, he had his baby birth. He's like, okay, let's go die with me then.
Everybody came up to the hospital. What's going on, guys? You got to come with us. You got to come with us now.
You like this in the Green 8. Wait for the baby to come
About
out.
to catch the baby.
What would you do? What would you do if you were, your significant other's about to have her baby, and then the doctor was like, "I got to pee real bad, man. Can you catch the baby for me?"
What?
It's like, I've been holding this for a long time. Your wife been bullshit, man.
20 hours of labor?
Like she kept saying, it's coming, and I've been holding in this piss, man. So I gotta go. It's like, hey, nurse, can somebody come in? And you like,
Man, I remember when Izzy was born, that doctor was dead on. Doctor was like, he went in there and looked at it. It'd be about 2 hours.
Yeah, wow.
Dipped out, came back 2 hours. I was like, oh, he had that nailed.
Yeah.
You've seen it. You've done this a lot.
Yeah, what's crazy is like the dilation of a vagina hole
Yeah.
just opens up, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Like I seen the doctor put his like hand in there, like putting like slow down, nigga. Let's just think about this. A finger is enough for a woman's reaction, right? Imagine a hand going in there
Yeah.
to kind of get the neck and head ready.
Guide him out.
The hand, yo, a masculine hand,
That looks horrible.
knuckles.
All birth looks horrible. I feel like it was a flawed design in birth. It's like, why'd you make the hole so small? Nah, so we could fit in this whole body.
Hey, I'd rather keep it small than like a gaping hole.
Is there to fall out at any time or a zipper or something?
No, that's so funny, dude. Just imagine a woman having a gaping hole and she's on her period. That Tampax and tampon
One big rush
would
down.
would be like an afro of cotton.
Just shove a pillow up there.
Yeah.
This is a clock stopping it.
Yeah, dude. So I found out also today that the reason why animals can walk and register, follow my parents upon birth is because they're in the womb long enough. Their brain gets to a place, for humans, our brain is bigger, and once it get to a place of a size, it will let the woman's body know it's time to come out. Because if it gets too big, it can't come out the hole.
Right.
So this is why, like, it's like 9 months, head's big enough, baby can come out. Meanwhile, I don't know how long, I could probably check with Google, animal babies are in there a lot longer because they're already developing, growing, and getting stronger. But if a human baby was inside the mother a lot longer, they can get stronger by doing kicks and stuff. And I don't know about being able to walk. So you would think why our babies can't walk and need more help versus animals, right? Are you following what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, you said-
that animals they get a chance to develop more.
Right.
But
Let me see. Okay, Google. How long does baby zebras are in the womb?
On the website brookfieldzoo.org, they say the average gestation for Grevy's zebras is just over 400 days. A
Damn.
foal is able
Yeah.
to stand within 15 minutes after being born and
See?
can walk and run within the first hour.
See?
yeah,
400 days is like a year.
and almost a half.
Yeah.
And then I know an elephant is 2 years.
See?
What's a giraffe though?
What's a giraffe?
Yeah, like how long is a giraffe?
Oh, I was like, you don't know what a giraffe is? Well, I'll say zebra. Okay. In my head, I said giraffe. So I thought you was asking me like, boom,
What is
damn.
happening?
What is?
What is happening? First off, you can't get the phrases right. You're like, yeah, well, you and me together as we are one.
Hey, what we doing here, bro? We supposed to be a unit.
And
all
now it's the.
We're supposed to be a
Oh, I
unit.
said zebra.
we a unit, brother.
Yeah. They also die a lot earlier. Most
Yeah.
animals, right?
Right.
Their time span of life is so small, which sucks, man. That sucks. Why do dogs die so fast?
Fast?
Yeah, they should be able to last for like 50 years, man. Be your homie for a long time.
Well,
Like people's. You know?
I want to know if animals can understand each other. Right? It's a bark, right? So
I mean, we've seen different gestures, like dogs. We've seen,
yeah.
different gestures and different things. And I've seen like, the lions when somebody's messing with the cubs, a woman will come over, stop all that,
Right.
And, everybody scrambles.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm actually curious to know if the species can talk to each other, But then the type of species is that like a different language. Like a Chihuahua talking to a Great Dane. Is that like, Mexican or, Spanish versus Italian, We're talking to each other. We can hear each other, but we don't know we understand each other.
Or what if they're both born by English speakers?
Right. Born? No, but I'm talking about they like a wild animal. Like a wild animal, like a wolf versus a fox. Those are sort of dogs, but can they talk to each other? Or is it like fox on fox? Is that like a different language? Is it a language barrier?
Yeah, I don't know.
See what I'm saying?
Will we ever find out?
We would never know.
I wonder how much science. I heard this thing like now that some machine can like keep like replay your dreams back to you and stuff like that. But I'm like, we haven't found out how what animals are saying yet. Come on, this technology's got to be around here.
Right.
AI can translate this.
Yeah. I had a dream that I decoded. What was going to happen with Iran coming over here with retaliation bombing, and I accidentally came across it because I had asked Google, ChatGPT something, and it was like warning, and it was like and it gave me a date. Like let's just say, for instance, it was like
this is the dream.
This is the dream.
Oh, okay.
This is the dream. It was like warning, and it was like June 30th. Initiate rockets, and I was just like,
I gotta warn the president.
And that's
the start of Dion's movie.
Yes.
I gotta get to the White House.
What now? What you gonna do?
This is when you're outside the White House. You guys don't understand. Let me in. And then they see the bombing. Go get that guy.
He's the reason. Yeah. If you got one of those dreams, are you going to act on it, or are you going to be like, that was crazy?
That was crazy.
Yeah.
It could be a straight premonition from God. I'd be like, yo, wild. I shouldn't have ate that burrito before I went to sleep.
It's hard to be convincing, man. And it's hard to be convinced.
Yeah.
Like if somebody knocked on the door and then somebody looks very similar to you and said, I'm you 20 years from the future.
If I saw someone who looked just like me, yeah. If he was in shape, I'd be like, when did I get this together?
It's the day you started your fast. Remember?
Yeah, they almost passed out at Dion's house.
Yeah.
Foxes are more related to cats. Like, oh, thanks, Boogaloo.
No. Tell about their nozzle. Am I right?
I don't know. I mean, ask Google.
No. Yeah, so is it a feline? Okay, Google. Are foxes feline animals?
On the website theanimalcare.org, they say, the biological answer to whether foxes are cats or dogs is simple. They belong to the Canidae family, which means they are dogs.
Boom.
Like a wolf hearing the dogs bark, so like English, where the wolves might be Jamaican. All right, with the accents.
That's what I'm saying, yo. Yeah.
Ow!
Mighty.
Man,
yeah.
The Bumbacloons!
Yeah. Have you ever heard a wolf cry to a blue corn moon?
What? What is this? I don't think you even said it right, but...
Have you ever heard a wolf cry to a blue corn moon?
A blue corn moon?
Yeah.
Where'd you get this from?
Or ask the
What is this from?
grinning bobcat why he grins.
Okay.
You know what's from?
No.
Have you ever heard the wolf cry to a blue corn moon? Or ask the grinning bobcat why he grins? Can you sing with all the voices of the mountain?
It sounds trash. What song is this?
Nigga telling you the answer.
Pocahontas?
Yeah.
Never seen it.
Yeah.
Was this whether to make the white man the hero?
Yeah. That name right there
Y'all
was
ate it up, huh?
That name was
What?
itching for a porn. I'm trying to poke Johannes.
Y'all ate it up. The white man comes over. She did. I think she died in England, Pocahontas. The real Pocahontas. I think she died. She went with him back to England and like died of like some disease or something like that. I might be wrong, but I think that's what I read before.
Is her name actually Pocahontas?
I think she had a different name. but I can't remember exactly. I read about it before because I was like, what's the real story?
White man does it again.
Yeah, it was something like that.
So I had posted. I love posting on Threads because you'll find anti whatever you're talking about, right? I had said on Juneteenth, I had said, don't forget. It was like slavery was from this time. Segregation was this time. And this is where we're at right now. It was like a little tiny little speck from 1968 to 2000. Like, this is just a reminder to let people know, like, to let, people who says get over it, why it's so hard.
Right.
And somebody was like, do y'all realize that only 1% of white people own slaves? He was like, all of us are not enemies. Like, can y'all stop trying to say all white people are the devil? I said, yeah, only 1% of white people were slaves, but 98% of black people were slaves. I was like, so even though you didn't own slaves or your ancestors didn't, all of us was. And the one,
That's a great response.
I was like, and the ones who weren't slaves were still treated like slaves. And then he was like, but I get it, but like, I'm tired of saying I'm sorry for something I didn't do. And I was like, well, if you don't need to apologize. Just know that you're not part of the 1%. I was like, if you're an ally, you're an ally. You just need to kind of speak up.
He's not an ally because he wanted to came in with that.
He came in hot.
That's not ally talk.
Yeah.
Ally talk comes in and is like, and this is why I'm doing this and this to make sure things are better. Because you're right, brother. You trying to do another one?
We can.
Yeah. We're going to do a whole nother episode if you're hearing it live. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next week. You anywhere recently, Lack?
Let's take a look at the calendar.
I know I got July 31st at... where am I at?
July 31st?
Yep.
Are you empty this whole month, huh?
I'm going to Chicago this week, so this would pass already.
Okay.
Y'all some living legends for the back-to-back. Come on, man. What's that spot called? I got to grab my phone. Wait. Mm-hmm. Clink. Go ahead, smoke if you got them, Lack.
Smoke them?
I said smoke if you got them. I mean, just go ahead if you're ready.
So I do. Oh, I don't have any.
July 31st, I'm at Petty Cash in Los Angeles. I am hosting for Martin Morrow as he does his special.
I'll be there.
September 5th and September 6th, I'm in New York City. I stand up New York with Shantae Wayans.
I'll be there.
And I don't know if I'm going to do Pittsburgh with Shantae. That's September 13th. I don't know if I'll be there yet. Don't know if I'll be there yet, but if you're still listening down the line, October 7th, I'm in San Francisco with Shantae Wayans, and the 8th, I'll be in Sacramento with Shantae Wayans. Fresco said Chaz pooted when he got up. Dion will know soon enough.
Natural Nelly, yo, shout out to this girl, man. I love her to death, man.
She commented early on that
Yeah.
episode.
Early today?
You. I think so. Today or yesterday. I appreciate you. And then you said you got nothing happening?
No.
All right, y'all.
I do. It's not locked in though, but I'm supposed to do Flappers with Keon.
Oh, dope.
And then, people just say, "Are you available?" But I don't get anything until they get the actual flyer.
Right. Yeah. We'll keep you posted.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching another episode of Macaroni and Chaz.
No, check please. Do you mind if I give them some more?
Yes, please.
A lot of laughs we're cooking up in this podcast. Type of XD is high key, the live stream. It's mostly positive conversations, except we tend to get darker than elbows on Wesley. We're sort of popping like Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Mr. Chaz Rogers and Big Reddy from Lansing. Lactose, ENT, I guess we paying for the bills, so give us another check, please. I promise. I'm writing another episode. I'm writing another rap. I'm writing another verse for that. I might feel uncomfortable writing another verse because it's going to feel like when they try to change the intro to they say give us a big rich tale. Yeah, go back to the original. I'm like, well, I already wrote it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, people were outraged.
It's like it's the same lyrics.
They were so outraged they didn't even do a different song for the spinoff. They just kept the same song. It's like we can't even give this thing a whole nother.
Yeah.
They were terrified.
And I like the BMF song. I don't know my mind, but I got my mind, but I'm going to mind. At least you can wish me luck.
Haven't seen it. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all. If you're still watching, appreciate y'all.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Otherwise, well, Dion has more to say.
Well, Twilla just said something. Cancer season.
Oh.
Cancer season, not like that. Cancer zodiac sign, July 21st.
Hey.
No.
Oh.
It's July 18th.
Hey.
Friday, July 18th.
So, brother, celebrating all you.
Yeah, Cancers. That's it.
Can't
Come to
be,
LT Studios. LT Studios.
Can't be the one you're proud to say. I'm a Cancer. That's not.
Yeah, I said that last week.
Gotta
I said
be
that
the
last
worst
Friday. I
one.
was like, it's the worst sign to have.
Gotta be the worst one.
Yeah. And I don't even know how to get Cancer and Crab together. Like, how did that connect at all?
I think that's what we saw. I think when they first found, we looked this up before. We looked this up before on the show, and I can't remember exactly, but it said something looked like a crab. But I think like when they first did like a microscope of Cancer, something like that. It looked like a crab to them, and it stuck like that, something like that. Anyway, we out here.
Yep. We coming back for another episode, folks. Astrology.
Astrology.
So the guy was like, so I said American slavery